I'm recording this for legal purposes. Again, I am doing my Father's business. I'm talking about my Father Allah, the Father in heaven, the Father of the universe, which He told me to come here. I'm not. I'm in Anaheim, California. All right. Now I'm just recording this. Listen. It's literally, it's so many times that this happens that I do not even get a chance to record because of my electronics either being jammed. I have been experiencing electronic harassment. I'm talking about electronic destabilization, and we're talking about engineered economic destabilization. I am also talking about electronic destabilization. I'm down to my phones even being stolen. Targeted and stolen. I can't even count how many times I've had to. I'm talking about same day. My father has told me that there are plainclothes agents around me, creeping around me while I am watching my phone purchase to either hack into my phone or to target my phone to steal it. I mean, I'm talking about brought phone same day, stolen. After I knew because my father told me that there was plainclothes agent monitoring me purchasing a phone. And I don't use I don't use the electronics really personally like that. I use it for research purposes and to do my job. So I literally, this is a 4 points. This is how ridiculous this shit is. 4 points by Sheraton. It says, I'm, I literally have to stay in the area until my father tells me to get up and go because it's a transmutation process, and it's basically soul retrieval work. So I am put in a lucid or a alpha, a theta or a delta state of consciousness, and my father opens up the book of life. I'm connected to whatever region, wherever he tells me to go, wherever I am for whatever reason, is always having to do with the either ancestors pertaining to their physical vessel, human vessel, or where the energetic area where they were either at, passed through, or resided, or wherever, or area that needs to be transmuted on the earth, because Mother Earth also has a book of life where every thought, word, and deed recorded on earth is recorded also by the angels of Allah. So there are areas that have they have energetic impressions, because I'm talking about, this is according to universal law. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It has to be transmuted. It can be transferred. Directed. That is a law. So Father sends me to areas to either transmute the area or transmute for my ancestors, because my ancestors had some type of memory, thought, word, or deed that was connected to whatever area that I am sent. And again, 95% of the time and above that I am on an area where my ancestors, where I'm being sent by my father, and where my ancestors need my assistance as their minister, as their intermediary, as their high priest, as their, whatever you want to call it. I am a servant of Allah. I don't care what you call it. But the work that I do is scientific in nature. The work that I do is according to the Father in heaven. My Father is the landlord of the universe. And again, I am being blocked and harassed, continually doing this. So, look, again, I'm going to reinforce Father is telling me until I get the proper assistance technologically, because my electronics are being targeted as well. I gotta keep ample space in the phone. Look, it's already at 6 minutes. Because again, a lot of times I'm not even able. Whether it's I don't even have the electrical charge from my phone, because the electricity in public places is being denied to me as well. So that's also hindering my ability, as I'm a traveler. I travel through here. I don't have a storefront residence here. So access to electricity is also being removed from the vicinity, places in the vicinity, and it's being increasingly difficult to have access to even keep my electronics charged. And documentation is absolutely necessary. I wish I could document more, but it's absolutely necessary, not just because I am being targeted and harassed and blocked, but for my father's other children that will need to retrace, they will need to do their own. If they want their soul to be reconciled back to Allah, they have their own saving work that they also need to engage in. Nobody gets a free pass on this earth plane. You don't come here for no vacation. All right. So it said man must tarry many ages. And look, this is according to the Father. I am ascending back to the Father. I am going back home to the Father in heaven upon completion of this incarnation. But I have certain tasks that must be undergone, that must be completed. And this job that I do is absolutely a part of my Muslim Islamic duties. I self-law and master. And this is a part of it because I share the same DNA as my ancestors. And there is transmutation work that must be done that, number one, my ancestors were not assigned to. I was assigned to it by Allah, the Father in heaven. And it must be done. So this is for recording, for legal purposes. I'm recording this because I just have some non-security guard and stolen property tell me that I am trespassing on private property. And first of all, my ass is sitting on a sidewalk. Let's get that straight. And period, you are a criminal and you are what you're doing. I'm saying according to the Father in heaven, there are much stark consequences, much greater consequences to violating the Father in heaven. You putting your whole, you putting this whole property up under, you're putting it, this whole property subject to the wrath of Allah by coming to me and violating my religious freedoms and my Muslim duties. So 4 points by Sheraton. Whoever this non-security guard is representing you, what they're doing is illegal. If you are responsible for this, and if you are backing this, all right, well, what you are doing is illegal, and you will be named in a lawsuit. And future timelines, like I said, whatever has to be taken through the shadow court law system will be taken through the shadow court law system. But this is the truth. I'm talking about universal truth, divine order and divine truth. And this is what you have to worry about. You have to worry about being in my Father's court. Because when my Father bangs that gavel and sentences you, oh, he's sentencing your fiscal, we're in a 2024 timeline right now. He's sentencing your fiscal life. We're not targeting fiscal years anymore. This is pertaining to your, we're not, fiscal years. If I said it, I'm not sure. Because these are also energetic assaults. I am purifying, I am transmuting. So what I'm doing, I have to be at a certain frequency. And I'm being energetically targeted with threats and harassment. I mean, they follow me, they stand over me. This is all why I'm, I always have on my, always make sure I have on my Muslim prayer rug on me when I'm doing my work, because Father said to cover myself. And when he's saying cover myself, he's talking about energetically. This artifact, it has and I'm talking about my Muslim prayer rug, it has a energetic frequency. It represents something. So I keep it on me when I'm doing this work to cover myself energetically, spiritually. Because when these swine come, they are routinely hostile, aggressive, threatening, following me, standing over me, and they are continually interrupting my Father's business and my Father's work. So these energetic assaults, these verbal harassments and assaults and threats, even down to calling peace officers. I'm talking about sworn in peace officers acting as the opposite, acting as police officers, getting called in for non-emergencies. We know that there are many murders occurring due to interaction with non-peace officers. Especially the ones that target me, that share the same DNA as their ancestors, that participated in the murder and theft and all types of heinous acts towards my ancestors. The energy that I'm met with is aggressive, hostile, threatening, and downright racist. Downright racist. As if to block the energetic transmutation work that I'm doing. But nonetheless, Father is explaining to me to record what I can right now, because this, in future timelines, inshallah, this will be turning into a like pretty much an undercover operation, meaning fully will be able to document this and document it in a manner that will capture the true essence of this crime that is being committed against not just my divine and national rights, but my human rights. I am a natural person. My ancestors are indigenous. I incarnated into an indigenous bloodline. I share the same DNA with my ancestors. I am doing this work on behalf of them. I'm sent by my Father in heaven, my maker, my creator, Allah, the Father of the universe. So we'll capture the true essence of the violations that are being committed against not just my human soul, but my human vessel. Not just my divine and national rights, but my human rights. I'm a natural person. And not just my human rights, but also my constitutional rights that are required me by my creator, by my maker, by my Father in heaven. I will have the technology to be able to capture the true essence of what is truly going on in these situations. So I'm here. Listen, first of all, again, let's start at truth. Let's start at the lower truths. Where is your legal signage saying that this sidewalk that I am sitting on behind a red line? Where's your signage that's saying that this sidewalk is private property that's connected to this road? Because I'm sitting here. This is where I'm at, and I have this non-security guard coming to me telling me I gotta move. I'm on private property. I'm sitting on the sidewalk, and I didn't even get a chance. I didn't even get a chance to record him. He came up on me so fast and rude and aggressive and hostile. So this is the Sheraton. He must be representing the Sheraton Hotel. He must be representing them. He just came up to me not even 10 minutes ago. Trying to get that sign. This is where I am, right? This is their, whatever. And it's not theirs. Like I said, you show me your deed to the earth. Because last time I checked, this ground was connected to Mother Earth. You do not own a deed to Mother Earth. So therefore, you are lying. According to Allah, the Father of the universe, my Father said you are lying. Whenever you put up a private property sign, my Father said that you are lying. You will be held in contempt for violating me. And you will be being charged by my Father in heaven when you do this. You can get away with it in your system, of course. Your father Satan designed this for you to be able to steal, legally steal, according to your law, to legally steal. You are not doing anything legal according to the Father in heaven. What you're doing is illegal, because my Father said this is his earth. My Father said that he is the landlord of the universe. My Father created earth, and my Father owns earth. This street that leads down there to this whatever this is, a parking lot. That's a parking lot behind those barriers. My father said this street is connected. Underneath it is the earth, and my father owns the earth. My father said, ask them to produce a deed to this earth, and they cannot do that. So therefore, what they are perpetuating is this is a lie according to universal law. So they will be tried in my father's courts, in the higher courts, according to universal law. And whoever this is representing, the Sheraton, the 4 Points by Sheraton, this is in Anaheim, California, whoever's representing you, they will be personally named in said lawsuit. Hey, along with Sheraton. Since you want to have your whatever pirates, whatever you want to call it, uniformed thugs to reinforce your lies. But again, let's go off of your shadow court law system. Let's just go off of that, because I will be taking this to these courts as well. Like I said, and any judge that wants to keep perpetuating lies, you will be subject to the wrath of Allah as well. Everyone involved will be subject to the wrath of Allah. And it will, like I said, it will translate to the fiscal life, the trajectory of that corporate entity and the physical representation of that corporate entity. And in this case, it's the 4 Points by Sheraton that we're talking about. But we're getting this in case this fool comes back with his bullshit. We just gonna document this, like I said, because he's interrupting my work. I don't want no swine coming over me. I don't want nobody bringing that energy to my father's business, because the same, and I'm talking about, this is a representation of the Sheraton, the 4 Point Sheraton, this human vessel that came over to me telling me that what I'm doing is illegal and I'm on private property. That's the property which is placed on my father's earth. So therefore, my father owns this property, 4 Points by Sheraton. Whatever my father says, writes about your property, whatever my father rules and judges about your property shall be made manifest according to your actions, especially against his servants, his messengers, his angels. I am Father's slave, meaning I do not have a will of my own. I have to do what the Father says. So you're putting my work in jeopardy. Sheraton, 4 Points by Sheraton. You're putting my religious duties, my work, my assignment that the Father gave me, you're putting that at jeopardy. So what do you think that my Father's going to do with your fiscal life? By blocking his order, his command to his servant through your uniformed thugs, guarding stolen property, guarding stolen land. My Father said this is his land. My Father said he created the earth. Underneath this pavement, where did you get the material for this pavement? Did you get it from the earth? Where did you get the material to build this property? If you got it from the earth, if it's situated on the earth, then my Father owns it. And my Father will decide the trajectory of this property that's located on his earth. And if you're sending I'm talking about 4 Point Sheraton, if you're sending uniformed thugs to interrupt my Father's business, my father will be interrupting your business. It's just that simple. So this is, look, there's a red line, and this is where I am. That's the building. That's the building. It's pretty big. Goes from here, and it's a front part of that too. So all the way back here, but that's their you know, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it's cobblestone or this is an entrance. You can get to the, dang, we already at 25 minutes. Lord have mercy. Um, where you can get to the parking lot, or you can come to the right side, or you can come to the left side. I'm not interfering with nobody. Look at this. Look at this.